Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and I'm so happy that you have joined me today, and it's like clockwork. Daisy, my friend, hears me talking and she comes over and feels that she needs to be part of the meditation. I'm delighted that we are outside today and I'm wearing my red in honor of Valentine's week, and just enjoying the fresh air. It's a little chilly. You can hear her walking around in the dead leaves. So by now you've gotten settled in. Let's take a few nice, really deep breaths. Breathing all the way down to your tailbone. Holding it for a second and then breathing out, making your exhale, just a little bit longer than your inhale. Oh, the sun feels glorious on my face. There's some birds out. So let's settle in. We've been, these last few weeks, looking at some of the concepts in the 12 steps, and this is our 5th week, so we are going to look at the 5th step, which is admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. So don't be scared. We're not going to focus on anybody's wrongs. That's not what our meditations are about. Let's continue with the kind of tense and release way of meditating. And today let's start with our hands. So let's tense our hands up really tight and then let them go, and just feel that sense of relaxation moving through your hands. And then do it with your lower arms, maybe just your whole arms. Just pull your arms into your body, lower arms, upper arms. And then when you exhale, let it go. Just spend a moment feeling how good it feels for your hands and arms to relax. And now let's begin with let's move to our feet and our ankles, tightening up your feet and ankles, and then letting them release your calves and your shins. Your upper legs, tighten the muscles in your upper legs. And then let it go. Okay, let's move to the pelvis, your pelvic floor, your sit bones, your glutes, your lower torso. Just tighten all that in around your pelvis. Just pull all those muscles in. And then let it go. And now your midsection. Pull all the muscles in your midsection together. And then your chest. Let's do upper back first. Pull your shoulder blades together in the back and kind of tighten it up gently. And then let it go. And then do the opposite. Pull it forward. Tighten it up. And then let it go. Now let's pull our shoulders up to our ears. Tighten up your neck. And then let them go. And now your face. Tighten the muscles in your face. And let them go. And then imagine kind of tightening up the muscles all around your head, however that works for you. And then let them go. I'm watching Daisy over there climb under the deck, and she's way too big to climb under the deck, so it's kind of funny to watch her. She's a big dog pretending like she's a little dog. All right. Congratulations on giving yourself this gift of some relaxation and some peace. And I thank all of my new subscribers. I'm so grateful that so many people responded to my Facebook requests to subscribe to my channel, and I hope a few of you are tuning in now and then. So the fifth step is admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs, which follows the searching and fearless moral inventory of step 4. So let's imagine, instead of it being just an inventory of our wrongs, being an inventory of our rights, our strengths, our gifts. So as you feel your body relaxing and you kind of allow your consciousness to go into a state of meditation, think about 5 things that you are proud of, either that you've said or done or didn't say or do, or however it works. Just think of 5 things. The first one. And the second. The third. Just whatever pops in. The fourth. And what did you do today so far? Maybe this meditation is number 5. My guides are telling me to remind you that you are a loving, precious being, that your guides are very proud of you, the universe is very proud of you. There is just so much right about you, so much loving and kindness and caring. You are a beautiful, beautiful soul. So if you noticed what I titled this meditation, I titled it Sharing, because I think the real important part of the 5th step is about telling someone. I was abused at a point in my life, physically abused, thrown across the room. My head broke off the handle on the microwave. And I told a few people, a very few people. But it took me years to really kind of be able to openly talk about it. And so I think it's so important to be able to talk about things. So the first suggestion in the 5th step is to admit to God. So I suggest that you think about maybe something that you're not proud of. I remember having a conversation with my spiritual director, who was Father Greg Schuler, a wonderful, wise man, and I was telling him that I was so ashamed because I wasn't speaking to my mother at that time, and I felt that God would condemn me for that. And the reason I wasn't speaking to her is because she was so toxic, and our relationship was so toxic that I would come away feeling so demoralized it would take me days to scrape my self-esteem up off the sidewalk and try to gather it back together. And so I recognized that the healthiest thing for me to do at that time was just to suspend my relationship with her, which I did for as long as it took. And when I told Father Greg about that, feeling just like that sense of admitting to God and to myself and another human being that, I had screwed up, he said, God is hurting with you. God isn't condemning you. God isn't, making a check mark on your bad list. God is hurting with you. And that was very profound. It gave me one of my first introductions into a loving and caring God. It helped me to see that maybe my concept of a judgmental and non-forgiving God was limited by my human experience, and that perhaps God was way more than that. So I invite you to think about something that you regret maybe, or feel ashamed of, or wish you could change in the past. And then imagine whatever image of God you would like. Maybe it's your beloved grandmother who has passed away, or your image of your spirit guide. I think there are a lot of people who have a hard time visualizing a loving God. So let's just imagine there you are at this place where you feel such shame. Imagine God with you, hurting with you, maybe holding your hand, saying, yeah, that's hard, that was hard. See Daisy's crying with you too. Come here. Come right here. Yeah, you're a good girl. Yeah. Normally she's not allowed to put her paws on my lap, but yeah. I know you wanted to be in the meditation, huh? Yeah, you're a good girl. There you go, good girl. And imagine that act of admission, admitting to someone, telling your truth. Imagine that it is met with love and understanding and forgiveness. Imagine that you really are a perfect being. You are whole and perfect exactly as you are. In perfection in a spiritual sense. We come into these human lives with the expectation that we are going to have certain experiences. And from a human perspective, they can be judged wrong or bad or challenging or hurtful or, any number of things that appear to be imperfect. But we know that the infinite spirit is moving in, through, and as you, creating this perfect experience for you that is perfectly human. Just think, if you were perfect from a human perspective, it really wouldn't be much fun. Nothing would ever go wrong. Life would go smoothly, which sounds really cool for like a day or so, and then I would imagine it would get really boring. This morning I was driving somewhere and I hit every single light when it was green. Every light I came to, every traffic light was green. And after a while, it almost had this kind of eerie feeling like, what's going on? Because we don't expect that. But I appreciated it. And so instead, let us embrace these human experiences that we're having, knowing that there are other people and God who will accept us exactly as we are. And the challenge is that you can accept yourself exactly as you are. Sometimes we need people around us who will love us into loving ourselves. And I hope if you are having trouble loving yourself, that you can feel the unconditional love and acceptance that I have for you. Because I really do. As a psychic medium, I have talked to so many beings who have, gone through an entire human life and come out the other side. And they share with me how quickly the human life goes by. And the things that they seem to miss are emotions and a sense of time. Time is a limitation. We feel limited by time, and yet, and space. And yet I think when, at least the sense I get from the spirits that I've channeled is that that was a sense of adventure. It was fun. You didn't know what was around the next corner. And we still don't know what's around the next corner, but we do know that we are divine spirits. We are pure spirit. We are God energy. We are the one presence and the one power showing up here on earth as these human beings. And so it doesn't matter what's around the next corner because we're ready for it. So I invite you to share whatever it is that you need to share with whomever you need to share. If you want to put a comment on this post, I posted on Facebook and my YouTube channel, Healing Debra. If you want to put a comment, share something, you're welcome to. If you want to message me directly, which I certainly welcome, my email address is healingdebra@gmail.com. I seriously invite you to get it off your chest, whatever it is, to release it, to know that you deserve to be free of whatever self-judgments you might be holding on to. And know that there's never been and never will be a moment when Infinite Spirit, God, the one presence, the one power, doesn't love you. You are not only one with the one presence and the one power, but that presence is love, and so you are actually love itself. So it's impossible for you to be unloved. It's like, how could you be unhuman? You are a human being. How could you be not spirit? You are a spiritual being. You are all of those things and so much more. And I thank you for tolerating Daisy's whining. I'm not quite sure why she's whining. But I thank you for joining me. I invite you to just relax for a moment. Continue this meditation as long as you need to. And know that you are whole and perfect exactly as you are. And the God in me honors and recognizes, and the bird too, the God in you, the God as you. Namaste.